Hi guys, welcome to our very first video for English V01A in the fall of 2018. I'm working on making a series of videos catered to our course issues, discussions, any concerns that might pop up, and more importantly, things that you're interested in learning about or you would like me to cover. So any range of topics on writing or philosophy for that matter that you would like me to cover in one of our videos, let me know and I will make it. So this first video I thought about making because I wanted to say hello again. I know we met very briefly this week for about an hour and 15 minutes in class, but I just wanted to welcome you officially to the course. Before I start jumping into logistics, I just wanted to give you a little information if you're interested in using Screencast-O-Matic. That is the service that I am currently using. It's free online program to do audio capture. It's really neat. It will add subtitles. I link it to YouTube. You can link it directly to Screencast-O-Matic and they'll save and archive your videos there. Super useful for recording. So let's get started. So I'm on the home page. I'm on the portal. This is where we all go when we log in. Again, to find our course, you're going to click on My Courses. And you're going to click either on your specific course or Canvas homepage. So again, welcome to the course. This video will go over week 1 and some of the features of Canvas to kind of help familiarize you with different areas. But I would highly recommend that you cruise around and you check it out and you just, intuitively follow wherever you're kind of searching to look for things. Just as a side note, let me show you real quick. I'm just going to go to Ventura College, and I'm going to show you on the Ventura College website. If you go to quick links, what you'll find is you can go to distance education, which is online learning, and you can look at the different features. So we've got prospective students, we have current students, and we have faculty. And so this is where I go as I'm trying to continue to enhance my professional development and then create a web page and an online course that is interesting and stimulating visually and fun. And so this is where I go for my training. For current students, I found this recently and I find it to be particularly useful to help troubleshoot information or questions that you might have regarding distance education and Canvas specifically. So you can see here orientations and other things that are happening. One of the things I will click on, let me see. Distance education. Oh, okay. So if I click on here, this is the first one I clicked on here. If I click on here, I'm enrolling in an online success course, which actually gives me access to information. So because it's for students, I'm actually not going to log in. But if anyone wants to, for fun or possibly extra credit, log into that and experience what it's like and report back to us, that would be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and click on student tutorials. Okay, so I just want you to see there's tons of tutorials that have already been created through Canvas, some through VC, that help you deal with whatever kind of issues might pop up, new information, or questions that you have, or more particularly skills that you would like and that you need to be successful in a hybrid or online course. And so here are some of the things that are here. We've got checking your email, saving documents, what else? Creating a new folder. Those are some of the student tutorials that we have. Let me see. There's a link that I sent out to you guys, and it has information for Canvas specifically, and it's super useful. But here's also some of the orientations that we offer. There's a self-paced orientation. This one started earlier, but you can click on it and see. There's a Quest for Success, which is the orientation that's live. That's the one that I mentioned earlier, I clicked on earlier. But again, the point is, what you can do here is you can navigate through our little links here, and you can kind of see, you can gather information and see what you find useful. So again, for that, I just went to quick links, and then I went to distance ed, and then I was looking at current students. But even prospective students for getting started, that way you can, if you have questions that kind of precede you taking this course, then you can go there. That's just a little bit of information in case you find it useful. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my Tuesday class. So this is my Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday class, just in my English V01A sections. And so these are the icons that I have up right now for you. They may or may not change throughout the semester, but I'm going to go ahead and use my Tuesday class as an example for this video. But you guys are on similar tracks. You'll notice that the information looks quite the same. Let me just put this one down a little bit. Okay, so here is our home page. On our home page, we have all kinds of information. One of the bits of information that we have is, sorry, just fixing that camera so you can see me. We have the class book list. So if you go ahead and click on it, I created this yesterday because I thought, oh my God, screen capture is so fun. And so you can kind of see. So these are the books that we're using. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you. I went over these in class, but just as a friendly reminder, next week we will be using Wild Mind and exploring a little bit more about who we are as writers and what our writing experiences have been, and then kind of placing ourselves into the mindset of being writers and what does that look like? What does our voice sound like? And so for that, we're going to draw on the intellect and wisdom of one of our mentors, Natalie Goldberg, who has written 15 books and done extensive practice of writing and Zen meditation, and offers us, tidbits of strategies and stories to help us settle into our writing selves. And so Wild Mind is the one that we're going to start with. The second one is They Say, I Say, which is a textbook that is super useful as you learn to engage in academic conversation and learn to kind of balance your authentic voice that you speak with every day with your academic intellectual voice that you're cultivating here in the college environment. And so that They Say, I Say is particularly good for that. And then the last one is the Little Seagull Handbook with exercises, which I mentioned is currently free if you want to borrow it for this semester through the lending library at the VC library. Again, when you walk into the library, you go to the left, you ask about the lending library, and then specifically the Little Seagull Handbook. As of today, Thursday, August 23rd, is that the date? Let me check. I think so. It is still available. There was still a booty load of copies, and a booty load equals a lot. Actually, let's see if that is what a booty load equals. Whoa. I see information about Jennifer Lopez, booty load YouTube, oh no, bodybuilders. What is the name of that one website that has a bunch of words and it translates them? Urban Dictionary. This could get dangerous. Caution. How much is a booty load? Okay, here's a perfect sentence from Urban Dictionary. It's a buttload, right? So the boss dumped a buttload of work on my desk for me to finish. There you go. A lot. I've never heard the term ass load, although I want to giggle when I say it. I'm going to go back to our actual class. The point is, there is an ass load of Little Seagull handbooks in the library if anyone is interested. I'm going to toggle back to the home page, a link that you can't see. It's right above syllabus. I'm just clicking back home. Let me move it up so you can see it. There we are. So there's home. Anytime you want to toggle back to this screen, you're going to press home. Scrolling down on the home page, let's see what we find. We also have any questions you have, you're going to click here, or you're going to go to, if you notice on the left, the first discussion, the tab for discussions is linked here. So this is where you post any questions you might have for the class. I started out during class, if you remember, with the question of what time does class meet, and everyone was super helpful and sweet in responding to that. It was very cute and very endearing. So let me go back. Remember, questions, concerns go there if they're kind of general or they could help someone else. There is no such thing as a stupid question if you think about it, because if you're seeking an answer, then you're going to ask a question. And in the sense that you're seeking something, ask away. Ask and you shall receive. Another link is the syllabus, which I mentioned here. You can click on it. It's also listed here under syllabus. And then the last thing is what we're starting this week. It is Unit 1, Module 1. So when I say Unit 1, it's going to mean Module 1 because that's the language we have here online. But before I go there, I just want to do a quick little reminder here about if you're interested in getting more training on Canvas. And by training, I mean understanding how to use it better. And so there's all kinds of stuff here. It's a student guide that I found the other day when I was navigating. I was actually navigating on this page, and what I found was this. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So if you have questions about any of the stuff that's going on in Canvas, any of the links or modules, then what you can do is scroll through and you can look and you can see, oh yeah, I was wondering about doing an assignment or viewing an assignment, or I was wondering about how to check my calendar or use my calendar on Canvas. And so that is what this is. So again, on the home page, there's that link. I'm going to delete some of these because it's getting a little bulky, a little congested. Okay, so we're back on our course, and let's see. This is what I really wanted to show you in this video, and that is what's happening in week 1. So for Module 1, this is what we have for Module 1. In Module 1, if you're kind of scrolling through and looking at the dates, this is not correct. Let me fix it while you're here with me. The last assignment basically ends in September, and so we have about 3 weeks, give or take, for this unit. And the important thing about it is that what you're doing in this first unit is you're really kind of reflecting on who you are as a writer, and you're thinking about the experiences that you've had, and you're kind of considering why you think the way that you do in terms of yourself as a writer, and then really kind of projecting into the future about what kind of writer you'd like to be, and how you can cultivate that kind of writer. Whether it's, you want to be a very organized, linear writer so that your reader can follow your thought along more clearly and easily. Well, then that's what you're going to work on, right? And so kind of we're spending this first unit reflecting on ourselves as writers, and then engaging in a process of deep thinking by looking specifically at a piece by Natalie Goldberg called Stalkers and Dreamers. And so let me fix this real quick. The brain is actually not hardwired for multitasking. Any good Zen practitioner knows to be in the moment, you have to be fully in the moment, and that means not trying to do 10 things at once. So I apologize for that. I'm just going to go back to modules, which is another way to get to Module 1. It's the first one. So for week 1, we have 3 discussions. I mentioned these in class. And then if you keep going, week 2, there are 2 discussions. Week 3, there are also 2 discussions. And then on week 3, back up. Week 3, you will also be doing, week 2, I apologize. It's terrible. September 3rd, so let me move this because it would make more sense to have it above. So I'm going to move it. See, these are things I might not notice as I'm making the class, but keeping the sense of organization very linear for some of us that are actually, learning this. But we are going to put it before actual week 3. Okay. So there we are. Okay, so let me back up for a sec. So week 2, there are 2 discussions, and you will engage in your first reading response. And so if you're curious to know what that is, you're going to click on this link. And so I'm not going to do that because I want to cover other material in this video, but you're more than welcome to click on any of these links if you have any questions or you're curious about what they are. Week 3, so you can tell what it is by looking at the icon. So if it has this icon, it's a discussion. It's the little discussion bubbles like you see in comic books and other places. And then also, just drawings in general. And then if it's an assignment, it has like this little piece of paper and then a pencil or whatever. So you can tell there are 3 specific assignments. One of them is the reading response. It's a 2-page response to Goldberg's writing that you've read so far. Her book, Wild Mind, and then you're going to write your first timed writing in response to her story Stalker and Dreamer, and then you have a self-eval to kind of reflect on where are you at so far in the semester, what obstacles have you encountered with online learning, how have you done with getting your assignments in a timely manner, and really projecting into the future, what are your goals and what are the things you can work on. So that's kind of a reflective kind of evaluation for you and for me, so I know where you're at and what you might be struggling with. So that is what's happening this week. Good luck with week 1, and I'm here if you need anything.